Though I knew it was risky, but I never knew it's going to be kind of so rough. So I thought of it, I said, God, if you can take me through the sea to Italy, I hope I'm going to get a better life in Italy.
You know, last year I showed you my passport on World Refugee Day. I was in Greece and there were challenges with the refugees from there. I was hoping that would be the only time I would need to do it, but it's another Refugee Day. This time I'm in Italy and I'm with wonderful people that have come across the Mediterranean, and they have a story to tell that has actually considerably moved me as we've gone through today. You need to hear their story and share their experience.
It's something that sometimes I love to talk about it, sometimes I don't like to talk about it, because when I'm saying it, I'm crying. Sometimes I'll be happy that I'm still alive, because many of my mates that came with me could not make it.
In Ghana, for the first time, I'm a furniture master, but during the month, I can never get anything. So I decided to go to my village and work as a farmer. As time goes on, these things I am using to take care of my family, the money cannot do anything in life.
I didn't purposely leave Nigeria just because I'm going to Libya to work. My mother, she's not a Christian, so she's the kind of gods they worship. So when she died, they're kind of telling me to pick up from where she stopped. So I said, in this 21st century, I can't be worshiping what my mother's worship. So I thought of it, being in Nigeria or staying in Nigeria, there's no hiding place for me in Nigeria. So I said, okay, let me run to Libya, because that is kind of a little bit closer to Nigeria.
I left home because the situation at home was very tough. My father, he used to work. Suddenly, he started sick. Can't go to work. My mom, the same thing. I was illegal married, and my children, illegal married. Then my husband left. He ran away. Then I waited for him for 2 years plus. He didn't come, nothing. Then I was selling rice, doing a lot of business. But it was very tough, no assistance. To pay house rent is a problem. To pay my children's school fees is a problem. Then I decided to go.
I'll sit down with my wife. I told her straightforward, Madam, this is the situation. So if I continue to do this farming in Ghana, at the end of the year, there's nothing. I've decided to continue my journey from here to Libya. If you agree with me, I'll go. If not, I'll stop. Because we are family, I cannot take a decision without my wife. So when my wife agreed with me, I'll take my bag, just small bag, and I'll find guys with me. So we boarded the lorry.
You left Ghana and you took a truck,
to come in Libya.
but it was quite a journey.
It's really 2,000 miles away from Niger to Algeria. That time I was inside the car. By Algeria, you pass Algeria with my leg to walking 4 days journey. It's a hard journey because that place is not a road. It is a desert, but it is mountain. You see the highest mountain in that road. There's no water. Sometimes you meet water small by, sometimes you're walking without water.
Yeah, I was managing the job I was having in Libya till after the war. Even the war that happened, the revolution that happened in Libya, I was there. I was even so fortunate that I didn't die in the process. The very day they came to Tripoli, then is in Ramadan. In Arabic, they call it Ramadan, during their fasting period. So I worked afternoon from 2 p.m. to 8 or 10 p.m. So when I was coming back from work, that was when they entered Tripoli. There was no vehicle, nothing. The kind of is hell. But I just prayed to God. I said, God, I know you, that God that brought me safely from Nigeria through the desert to Libya. You are still alive. You will save me. So that was how, I don't know how God managed to rescue me that very day.
The days of Gaddafi, I was there. How many people are living in Libya? Can you live a better life without harassment? No.
They said we are passing their country, that they don't need Nigeria in that country. For that reason, they have to capture us to put in the prison. Then they ask us to pay a huge amount, which we don't even have. There is a bread. That's why when I came to Europe, there's a bread that's very strong. I don't eat it because I eat it a lot in Libya. Because in that bread, we always fight before eating it because it will not go into circulation. That was our best food in Libya. So when I got here, I always took that bread. I'll be looking at it, God, this was the bread I was eating for a year and 6 months before I crossed. I said, thank you for my life. Because many in the prison, they'll just fall asleep. Sometimes they'll give us food, their rice, they will have sleeping medicine inside. By the time you eat it, you will not know yourself anymore. The terrorists, they always come at the night to come and pick some girls and be sleeping with them. Sometimes we start shooting gun in the hell. Sometimes we just carry the gun facing us. Then we start using carton to make sure we cover the bullet.
So even before, after the war, I was still kind of hoping for a better Libya, the Libya I met, hoping that Libya would be good, it would be good. So things were changing gradually. But at the time, it became something else. You can't go out freely. Even when you go out, when you are going to work, when they see you, am I a black, they will kind of harass you, thief you. If care is not taken, they might kill you in the process. So I said, the only option for me is to come to Italy. I knew the risk, but I just cried to God. I said, God, you know my situation. Going back to Nigeria is impossible. Staying in Libya is impossible. And if you are the God I serve, if you are the God that is alive, that has been, I've been hearing even before I was born, I know you will take me through the Mediterranean Sea to Europe.
I see many people, they are sinking without a boat, because that time when we were coming, even in front of my face, I see the boat was sinking with my face. By that time, the war will start, we were there. Why can you escape? Because I don't have any place to hide it. The time when we were loading the boat was cracking. I see many guns and many bombs. Anytime I hear the noise of the bomb, I hear the noise of the gun. That's when I'm coming here.
So the risk of the boat is less than the risk of the gun?
Yes.
It's just a short journey, but it's not easy. It's a very dangerous journey, one of the dangerous journeys from Libya to Italy or Spain. I came there 2 times. First one, I spent 5 good days in the sea without food, without water, without anything. So every day I organized them to pray, and I saw something in my mind. God told me in the sea that no wine in this boat will die in this sea. The gradually, and the wind and the sea threw us back small to enter the peaceful land without any wine dies. So that I give thanks to God.
On the sea, the engine they put in our boat, up to 5 minutes it will get off. Everybody will be crying. We'll start praying again. It will stay on. Up to 5 minutes, it will stay off. We start crying. We will still pray again. It will still start. Up to 5 minutes, we are praying, God, let rescue come. Let rescue come. To God be the glory. Not quite long, rescue came. The rescuer came to our direction. Even when he came to our direction, asking if there's baby inside, there was no baby. It was only a pregnant woman. They took her there. They started picking us. When I stand up, I saw that it's not only my boat was on top of the sea. We were 9 boats on top of the sea. To God be the glory, none of us died.
When they were rescuing us, I fell in the sea As I'm talking to you, I fell in the sea. But I got that hope, and I have that hope that I will never die in the sea. What was coming out from my mind is, God, I thank you because I know I'm not going to die in the sea. So that was how for 10, 15 minutes I was in the sea till we came and...
So you were just hanging on to something? And
nothing, it's just I was...
You're just swimming?
I don't know how to swim, but the jacket I was putting on then is not jacket, it's just God. I can't explain. Well, all I know is I fell in the sea. I didn't go down and I'm not up. But I know that is the miraculous work of God.
I decided to continue to Italy. So when I saw the boat, it's not like that first one. The first one is small, but it takes 120 people. But this one I saw, it can take more than 500 people. That boat brought me to Italy safely without seeing anything. I'm enter Lampedusa and I step my leg from the boat to the land. I say, God, you're a grateful God. You are a caretaker of my life.
For now, I don't have a job for now, but sometimes, like, I'm happy I came to this church. A brother brought me to this church when I came earlier. So there's the lady I took as my mother here, she's working for Italian. So when they call her for work and she's busy, she will call me, then I will go there and clean. That is what I'm doing for now, is a partial, but for now, I've not gotten a permanent work that I'm doing.
Because I'll come here to find my life, but I'll come into here to find the job. But the job is not there. Any place where you go, I like that place. And it's because of the God. The Bible says, everything will get it is for God. Anything if you come into your life is for God. You put everything to the God, and then God will help you to do anything.
The way I survived in Italy here, in fact, only God knows what I'm saying. I have suffered a lot. As Paul said, I'll forget what
lies behind.
Yes, and I focused right in front of me.
My hope now, I'm depending on God because there's nothing God cannot do. Well, it's not by my prayer. When I go out, sometimes I'm not working, I'm in camp. When I go out, some white will just call me. They'll just give me 10 euro, 5 euro. That is how I survive. Sometimes when I still come, I'll still pay my tithes. But I'm believing God for a job. I'm alive, I'm very happy because it's not many of my mates could not make it. It's not become a part of me till I die. I won't forget. I said death come, that is when I will take it from my heart. Just the way I am. It's a story that I will always tell my children. When I give birth, this is how I'm going to see them and tell them this is how I succeeded to make sure that I gave you people a good life.
You just cry to God. Pray to God and hope, believe. Not only pray, but when you pray, believe that God will do it for you some days. It might take time. I used to say it might take time, but God will grant you your request.
You know I love children, and this is the future. This is one of the refugee babies, and I love her already. And the reality is that she's here, whatever the reasons, and here's her twin brother as well. And isn't he beautiful? And we've been celebrating and listening to their stories all day. We're looking to the future. We've heard the emotion. We've heard the negatives and the positives. We've learned a lot about faith in God. And I have to tell you, it's done something to my emotions to hear the faith that people have through difficult circumstances.